Several weeks ago, Nintendo fans were treated to some pretty discouraging news. The NX, Nintendo's latest mystery console, would not be showcased at this year's E3 event at all. No updates, news, sneak peeks, nothing. Since its initial announcement over a year ago, all anyone has had to go on have been rumors of what the controller will look like, how it compares to the PS4 and the Xbox One, and whether it really is a new console at all. Fans have been eagerly waiting to hear from Nintendo themselves any real information regarding the NX, but the wait has been extended, and fans are reasonably bummed. Nintendo has been a large part of the gaming world for years, and for a good reason. However, it's no secret the decisions they've been making have been questionable for close to a decade.
Sometimes it's hard to believe they value their fans' opinions, the opinions that would seem to matter the most, at all. Well, what do fans want? The NX won't be released until March 2017, but loyal Nintendo supporters are already crossing their fingers for their most desired games to appear on the future console. We wanted to know what they were, so James and I gathered information from you guys, real Nintendo fans, to find out which games are being talked about the most. We've put together a list, in no particular order, of 5 games that are quite popular in the dreams of fans. We'll leave out games that have already been announced, such as the upcoming Zelda game, but rather discuss games that we all hope to see, aside from new IPs, of course. Take a look.
Let's get this one out of the way. Of course everyone wants a new Smash Bros. Game. The Super Smash Bros. Series has been one of Nintendo's most popular on every console released since the Nintendo 64. Fans are crazy about this legendary fighting game. Some have gone as far as creating petitions to have Sakurai, the game's creator, add even more DLC characters to an already giant roster for Smash Wii U. Honestly, you gotta give the man a break. But we understand the passion for this game. The possibilities for the series are truly endless. Fans will always dream up more game modes, more stages, and of course more characters. The Smash Bros. Entry on the NX could finally see the likes of fan favorites like Banjo-Kazooie, King K. Rool, Ridley, Skull Kid, and even fresher faces like Shovel Knight or an Inkling from Splatoon. Many would love to get an entirely new game, myself included, with updated graphics, fresh character models, a new theme song, the whole shebang. But many also speculate that because of how recently Smash Bros. Wii U was released, and how large of a game it is, the NX might only see an updated version of the latest entry. A new Smash Bros. Game is destined to release on the NX, but in what form? We'll have to wait and see.
Behind Mario and Link, Samus is one of Nintendo's most recognized faces, so it's no surprise that fans hope to see a brand new Metroid game on the NX. Aside from the fact that previous titles in the series can be downloaded on the Wii U, the console was missing its own original entry. Fans have been waiting around a long time for Samus to return in an all-new Metroid game. The latest in the series, the 3DS's Metroid Prime Federation Force, was not exactly what fans expected, and definitely not what they wanted. They may have slapped the Metroid Prime name on it, but the game shares very little similarities with the Prime trilogy, and received an overwhelmingly negative response from fans when it was announced at E3 last year. Fans seem to want Samus Aran back in the title role, once again exploring visually stunning planets complete with dark themes and an in-depth story. Federation Force brought none of that back. The game hasn't even been released yet, but fans hated what they saw so much, there have been petitions to actually cancel the game. A little harsh, maybe, but fans want what they've come to love about Metroid games, presented from fresh new angles, not a lazy, unwanted substitute. Here's hoping the NX gets a Metroid game that respects and builds from the franchise's history, while at the same time creating something innovative and exciting.
Splatoon has been one of Nintendo's greatest surprises in quite some time. The news of its success is nothing new at this point, but when the first trailer premiered at E3 in 2014, not many expected the game to be as freshly entertaining or as addicting as it has proven to be. As successful as it was, and as fun as it still is, there is certainly room for improvement. The game was released just about a year ago, but talk of a sequel has already begun among its fans. Even Andres and I had a discussion on what the sequel could look like early in our channel. There are the obvious areas to improve: the in-game communication, connection issues, a lack of game modes, but also a lot of great content to build off of. An expanded story mode, for one thing, could deepen the understanding of the game's unique world and its inhabitants. Splatoon 2 could introduce more convenient ways to play with friends, Octolings as playable characters, or entirely new game modes. The potential for a sequel is tremendous and pretty exciting to imagine. I
was honestly surprised at how many people voiced their hopes for another F-Zero installment. I've never played any previous games in the series, and almost all my knowledge of it stems from Super Smash Bros. Die-hard fans of F-Zero, please don't kill me for saying that. Captain Falcon is obviously a pretty popular character in the Smash Bros. Franchise, but after watching gameplay videos from various entries in the series, I can definitely understand why fans want F-Zero on the NX, whether it's an updated version of one of its past games or a completely new installment. The game consists of fast-paced, futuristic racing that keeps its players pumped. I can only imagine how awesome an F-Zero game would look and play on the NX. Gamers actually got a glimpse of this with the Wii U's Fast Racing Neo late last year. It's a solid game, but doesn't have the history or quite all the characterizations that fans have come to love from the F-Zero series. It's a mystery as to why Nintendo hasn't revisited the series in quite some time, because fans have made their demands pretty clear. Captain Falcon must return on a modern console behind a wheel, not just Falcon punching anyone he crosses paths with.
Don't get me wrong, Super Mario 3D World was a fantastic game, but was that really as close as we were going to get to a Super Mario Adventure game on the Wii U? The answer turned out to be yes, which was pretty disappointing for longtime Nintendo fans. There's been a single-player Mario adventure on every console since the N64, Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxies 1 and 2. Nintendo would be making a colossal mistake if its title character left without his own game on the NX as well, but it's highly unlikely that'll happen. Many fans would even be happy with an HD version of either 64 or Sunshine, especially the latter, which is personally one of our favorite solo Mario games. While that would be great to see, it's time for Mario to star in a brand new game. Nintendo has always done a fantastic job with creating original concepts for its 3D open-world Mario games. Sure, he takes down Bowser to save Princess Peach in each one, but his ways of doing so always vary in fresh, exciting ways. I mean, who thought cleaning up somebody else's mess could be so fun? Many fans are dying to see Mario Galaxy 3 on the NX. However, others want an entirely new game with a fresh concept and story, and we couldn't agree more. The Galaxy games were great, but the plot and main hub were stretched pretty thin, especially in number 2. And Sunshine was awesome, but fans are ready for some up-to-date graphics. It's time Nintendo blends awesome visuals with strong plot-driven gameplay. Besides, Mario deserves to stretch his legs after some recent dreary letdowns.
What do you think of these potential games? Are you dying to see them as well, or feel indifferent toward anything Nintendo? Let us know what you think in the comments.
Feel free to give us a like and share this video with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to Erickson Gaming for more video game content, including tournaments, contests, playthroughs, and much more. Thanks for the support, guys, and we'll talk to you later.